Today, we're diving deep into the backbone of the world's most powerful land force, the United States Army rank structure. Did you know the Army has over 25 distinct ranks, but the journey through them is vastly different depending on your path? And get this, less than 1% ever reach the senior most enlisted or officer ranks. Stick with me through this first part, because by the end of this video, you'll understand every single enlisted rank, from the fresh private up to the sergeant major of the Army. Let's get started. First, why are ranks crucial? They define responsibility, authority, and leadership, ensuring a clear chain of command vital for organization and effectiveness, especially under pressure. In the U.S. Army, soldiers follow one of three paths: enlisted, warrant officer, or commissioned officer. Each path offers unique challenges and milestones. Today, in Part 1, we'll focus entirely on the largest group, the foundation, the enlisted ranks. Enlisted soldiers are the hands-on specialists, the technical experts, and the direct frontline leaders who execute the Army's diverse missions day in and day out. This essential journey begins at the very entry level, E1 Private, where every enlisted soldier starts their career, notably without wearing any rank insignia, as a trainee immersed in basic combat training. The primary focus is on absorbing fundamental soldier skills, learning strict discipline, understanding teamwork, and mastering the art of following orders precisely. After completing BCT and about 6 months of service, soldiers are typically promoted to E2, also designated as private, but now marked by a single chevron insignia. At this stage, they are actively applying the skills acquired during BCT and their subsequent advanced individual training within their first assigned unit. Their main focus remains on mastering their specific job requirements and functioning effectively as part of a team. Following this initial period, usually around the 1-year mark of total service, soldiers advance to E3, Private First Class, commonly known as PFC. This insignia adds a single rocker arc below the chevron. As a Private First Class, soldiers are expected to carry out orders reliably while demonstrating increased individual responsibility and initiative. Proficiency in their military occupational specialty is expected, and they begin to serve as role models for the junior privates joining the ranks. Next, we arrive at the E4 pay grade, a unique level that encompasses 2 distinct ranks, signifying a crucial transition point towards leadership roles. The majority of soldiers at the E4 level hold the rank of Specialist. The Specialist insignia resembles the PFC's, but incorporates an added shield shape, symbolizing their technical role. Specialists are often considered the Army's primary workhorses, responsible for carrying out specific tasks and duties effectively. While they might guide junior soldiers, they do not possess formal non-commissioned officer authority. Promotion to Specialist often occurs around the 2-year service mark, although this can be accelerated for individuals entering with a 4-year college degree or possessing valuable civilian skills. Also occupying the E4 pay grade, but representing a fundamentally different role, is the Corporal, identified by 2 chevrons. The Corporal rank marks the first true step into the non-commissioned officer corps. Corporals are expected to lead small teams, such as fire teams, and are directly responsible for the training, discipline, appearance, and welfare of their soldiers. Attaining the rank of Corporal requires completion of the basic leader course and signifies the formal beginning of a soldier's leadership journey within the enlisted structure. It's helpful to think of Specialists as the dedicated technical experts, while Corporals are the designated first-line leaders. Moving further up the pyramid, we enter the core of the NCO Corps, the Sergeants, a group often referred to with respect as the backbone of the Army. The E5 Sergeant is the first rank universally recognized across the Army as a non-commissioned officer leader, distinguished by 3 chevrons. Sergeants typically lead teams or sections, holding direct responsibility for their soldiers' training, performance, and adherence to standards. Promotion to sergeant is a competitive process, requiring demonstrated leadership potential, typically around 3 years of service, and successful completion of the basic leader course. Following the sergeant is the E6 Staff Sergeant, whose insignia adds 1 rocker arc below the 3 chevrons. Staff sergeants lead larger units, usually squads of around 9 soldiers, and bear greater responsibility for managing equipment, resources, and fostering soldier development. They are experienced leaders expected to actively mentor and develop the sergeants under their charge. Promotion to Staff Sergeant often requires around 7 years of service, successful completion of the Advanced Leader course, and consistently strong performance evaluations. Next in line is the E7 Sergeant First Class, recognized by 3 chevrons and 2 rockers. A Sergeant First Class frequently serves in the critical role of platoon sergeant, acting as the senior NCO within a platoon typically consisting of 30 to 40 soldiers. In this capacity, they are the primary advisor and right-hand assistant to the platoon leader. Sergeants First Class are highly seasoned leaders, often possessing 10 to 15 years or more of valuable experience. They are responsible for overseeing training, managing logistics, and ensuring the overall welfare and readiness of the soldiers within the entire platoon. Reaching this rank necessitates completion of the Senior Leader course. Now, we ascend to the Senior NCO ranks, the E8s and E9s. These are highly experienced leaders who operate at higher command levels, significantly influencing policy, strategy, and the overall direction of the force. At the E8 level, we again encounter 2 distinct ranks. The Master Sergeant, or MSG, wears an insignia of 3 chevrons, above 3 rockers. Master Sergeants serve as principal, non-commissioned officers on battalion staffs and higher headquarters. They function primarily as technical and operational experts within their specific fields, often holding key staff positions where they provide crucial advice, planning support, and operational oversight rather than exercising direct platoon leadership. Sharing the E8 pay grade is the First Sergeant, easily identified by the distinctive diamond shape centered within the same chevron and rocker insignia. The First Sergeant is truly the lifeblood and senior enlisted leader of a company, typically comprising 100 to 150 soldiers. They serve as the indispensable senior enlisted advisor to the company commander, handling a vast array of responsibilities including personnel actions, disciplinary matters, logistics coordination, training management, and maintaining the overall morale and readiness of the unit. They are often respectfully and affectionately called Top Kick. Moving to the E9 level, we first find the Sergeant Major, whose insignia adds a star centered above the 3 chevrons and 3 rockers. Sergeants Major are key senior staff members operating at the battalion level and higher, functioning similarly to Master Sergeants, but bringing even greater experience and broader influence to their roles. They are recognized subject matter experts and provide senior leadership within various staff sections across the command. Also at the E9 level is the Command Sergeant Major. The CSM insignia is similar to the SGM's, but features a distinctive wreath encircling the star. The Command Sergeant Major holds the senior enlisted position for a battalion, brigade, division, or even higher command echelon. They work directly for the unit's commanding officer, serving as their principal enlisted advisor on all matters concerning the enlisted force. Their responsibilities include overseeing and enforcing standards of training, performance, appearance, and welfare across the entire command. This is a position of immense responsibility and influence, and individuals are carefully selected from the most outstanding sergeants major. Finally, standing at the very pinnacle of the enlisted structure is the Sergeant Major of the Army, or SMA. This unique E9 rank possesses a distinct insignia featuring an eagle surrounded by 2 stars. There is only one Sergeant Major of the Army serving at any given time. The SMA acts as the senior enlisted advisor to the Army Chief of Staff and the Secretary of the Army, representing the collective voice, concerns, and interests of all enlisted soldiers to the Army's highest leadership. They travel extensively throughout the Army, engaging directly with soldiers and advising senior leaders on policies. And that covers the entire enlisted path, from the first day at basic training all the way to the single most senior enlisted soldier in the Army. But this is only part 1 of our deep dive. What about the other crucial paths? The highly specialized warrant officers, masters of technical fields like aviation and intelligence, and the commissioned officers, who hold command authority from second lieutenant up to the 4-star generals making strategic decisions? We'll cover all of those, plus the story of the legendary 5-star rank in part 2. Which path are you most curious about? Warrant officers or commissioned officers? Let me know in the comments below. Your feedback helps decide what we cover next. Make sure you hit that like button if you found this breakdown useful, and subscribe so you don't miss part 2 dropping soon. Thanks for watching.